What's up, everybody? My name is Brad and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back at it once again with another book review for you all. And today I want to discuss Below by Laurel Hightower. This is her newest novella. It came out the tail end of March, beginning of April, sometime in there. And it's the first book out from the new book imprint, Ghoulish Books, which is an imprint of Perpetual Motion Machine run by Max Booth III. How's Max say it? He says, ghoulish. I won't do that anymore. That was horrible. I'll leave that to Max. He'll probably send his lawyers after me after that. But Below, I love the cover on here. First and foremost, the awesome looking painting of the Mothman. Who did the cover art? Let me check real quick. Cover art is done by Trevor Henderson. And this completely just grabs your attention, making you want to read the book. But for me, Below, it felt like a relentlessly paced, pulse-pounding episode of The X-Files. The only things missing were Scully and Mulder. And other than that, if you would have told me this was a lost script from that show, I totally would have believed it. It is completely jam-packed full of the weird, the bizarre, the unknown, and the unexplainable. So we're following a woman named Addie, and she is haunted by the voice of her ex-husband. And when I say haunted, no, he's not a ghost. No, he hasn't died and moved on to the other side. There's nothing supernatural about it. It's all psychological. His voice lives rent-free in her head. It's these echoes speaking up to provide these unwanted opinions and judgments whenever Addie is feeling unsure of herself or lacking conviction in herself. There's also currently another man's voice present in her life. This time it's via a CB radio. It's a stranger, a trucker she recently just met who seems nice enough. He says all the right things at the right times, but he is helping to guide her through the dark mountains of West Virginia as the weather quickly begins to deteriorate. So we have this theme of these outside voices, these outside presences coming in, giving opinions, making judgments, trying to sway you one way or the other. And as far as the plot goes, I'm really not going to say anything else about that other than things do not go as planned for Addie and Mads the trucker. I mean, this is a horror novella, so you don't expect things to be all sunshine and rainbows. You know something bad is going to happen. And it's once Addie and the trucker start this road trip that Hightower, she cuts the brake line to the car and just smashes the accelerator down through the floorboard. Below it, it reaches out of that impenetrable blackness and grabs you around the throat, and it squeezes. And it squeezes, and it does not allow you to catch your breath until you turn that final page. This book, it does not stop. It does not rest. There are no lulls. It's basically nonstop from beginning to end. And Addie, she has dealt blow after blow after blow, both physically and psychologically throughout the entire book. And it's only her grit and resilience that can aid her in escaping this living nightmare she has found herself trapped within. I think most people will be drawn to Below due to the enigmatic red-eyed presence of the Mothman, which is fair enough, but there is so much more to be mined here from the surprisingly cavernous depths of this, 106, 105 page novella. For such a short novella, there's so much more character development and growth and depth packed in here. And to harken back to the X-Files, which I mentioned at the beginning, sort of the famous line of the X-Files was, I want to believe, meaning I want to believe in whatever may or may not be out there, lurking in the shadows, lurking in the woods, lurking beyond the stars. But this novella is about wanting to believe, no, not wanting to believe, about needing to believe in one's own self and trusting one's own voice and having the confidence in yourself to spread your own wings, whether they're shadowy, feathered wings or not, and stride down your own path in life with your head held high. There were some truly creepy, spine-chilling moments to be found in Below, and there was one in particular that caught me off guard. I wasn't really expecting it, and if I would have been in Addie's situation, I would have noped right on up out of there, done a 180, ran the other way as quickly as I could. I think it's the small cast of characters, this desolate road they're traveling down, this nighttime darkness, all this environment and this atmosphere, it coalesces into this palpable sense of claustrophobia and isolation. And though Addie, and through Addie, you, the reader, is adrift in this tide of darkness, there's that ever-present tingling sensation that sort of creeps up the back of your scalp, that sensation of being watched, that there are hidden eyes out there watching your every move, and you just can't quite shake that feeling off. Below by Laurel Hightower is a completely different beast than her previous novella, Crossroads, but it still packs that raw, emotional punch. There is a vulnerability to be found in Hightower's prose, this flaying away of one's outer layers until all of their inner demons, fears, and insecurities are laid bare for all to witness, along with the struggle of facing those head on, whether for better or for worse. And you take that, and on top of that, you throw in Strange Phenomenon, Disorientating Horrors, and The Mothman, and you have basically struck horror gold. For me, Laurel Hightower, she is a must-read author. Anytime she has something new comes out, it jumps straight to the top of my TBR. I just absolutely love her writing and her storytelling. But if you can't tell, below for me, this was a 5-star read. It was a blast. It is super fast-paced. You can get through it in one sitting. It's very short, but it has a surprising amount of depth for such a short novella. Oh, that's it. That's been my review of Below by Laurel Hightower, newly out from Ghoulish Books. Again, I gave it 5 stars. But that's all I have for you guys today. So thank you for spending your time with me. Again, my name is Brad, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.